There is one reason above all why people actually fail in real estate. And you know what? You probably cannot guess what it is. My name is Kris Krohn. I'm not only going to tell you what the number one failure reason is, but I'm going to share with you also the number one thing you can do to correct it to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Okay, dude, it's Jeopardy. It's like game show time. It's going to be multiple choice. I'm going to give you some options and we're going to explore which of all reasons is the number one reason why people fail in the game of real estate. Option number one, you're thinking, Kris, it's probably got to be knowledge. People fail because they don't possess the right knowledge, or they have the wrong knowledge, or they've sought after the wrong knowledge. Now, you know what? We do say knowledge is power. It's actually the implementation of knowledge is power. But knowledge is actually not number one. It's also not even number two. So it's not knowledge. Number two is money. Did I misspell knowledge? I think there's a D in there somewhere. Maybe. Who cares? Money. So you might be thinking, money. I didn't succeed because I didn't have money. I didn't have access to the loans or the credit or the banking. If I had had money, I would have succeeded in real estate. And you know, this is a good one. This is probably number two, even though it's a lame excuse. It's not true. It's just what people, it's their perception. They actually think that it takes money to make money, to which I laugh. I'm like, are you kidding me? Dude, how did I take $5,000 and turn it into $1.6 million? It doesn't take money to make money. You don't need a whole lot to go somewhere. But people struggle with that because we're trained to be like traditional thinking, right? Not outside the box. Like, work hard at my job, save a bunch of money, put it down on real estate. Yes, that is a way of doing it. It's also the slowest way. But no, money is actually not the reason. Neither is knowledge. So you might be thinking, aha, I never found the right deal. Everyone's always talking about these amazing deals, but I could never find one, or I couldn't negotiate it the right way, or I couldn't get my hands on one. Friend, it's not deal either. If you work with me, I give you the knowledge, I give you the access to all the money, and I even give you access to the deals. These are just excuses. Before I tell you what it really is, that's kind of shocking. I just want you to understand something. These are excuses. These are things people tell themselves when it gets hard to make themselves feel better. I couldn't do it because I didn't know enough, or I didn't have the money. Or it's like, no, that's lame. Don't do that. Don't be normal. Don't be mediocre. That's just average. The real reason why people fail in real estate, I'm dealing with a couple of people right now, emotions. They actually have a hard time hacking it. And you can't blame them. I went through it. Think about it for just a moment. Let's just say you got the knowledge, you lined up the money from the bank, you found the deal, and now it's time to take action. What does that mean? I'm going to actually buy a house. I'm going to go $150,000 into debt. What if it doesn't go right? What if I pick the wrong deal? What if I made a mistake? What if I lose the money? All of this fear comes in. And so the emotions that I see is that people are dealing with fear, anxiety, frustration. Those are the biggies. I'm actually working with someone right now. I've put this deal in front of them that is absolutely amazing. It's got like 25% annual ROI. Listen, there's no guarantee what the future will produce, but you know what? For his situation, he's pre-qualified, he's lined everything up, and dude, he is terrified. He's blowing me up like crazy. What if this, and what if that, and what if this, and what? I've never seen someone so neurotic before making a purchase. I've seen it bad, but you know what the funny thing is? This person, when they watch this video, they'll text me like, hey, you were probably talking about me. And I probably wasn't. The reality is this is normal for people to go through because, listen, if it was easy, dude, everyone would be doing it. But when you have access to a mentor and you have experts walking you through it and you have people that are helping you, there's not really a whole lot more that you can really get to really lay aside your emotions. And so I want you to understand this, that even if I give you the knowledge, even if I give you the money, even if I give you the deals, there's something that only you can control, that I or nobody else can, which is how you choose to feel. And for most of investors that struggle with this becomes so debilitating that guess what? They get out of the deal, they become a don't wanter, and they never do a deal again. Meanwhile, some investor bought their house and probably made a crap load of money on it. It all comes down to mastering your feelings and your emotions. And this isn't just real estate. This is marriage. This is relationships. This is business. This is parenting. This is everything in life. Most of us haven't actually been trained. For me, emotional intelligence is a far greater intelligence than knowledge because they are what direct are actual behavior, not what we know, not even rationale. For most of us, we are acting and we're motivated by how we feel. If you lose control of your feelings, you get in some deep doo-doo. Which is why when I work with people and I know that this poses the greatest threat to their success, what's the number one way I know how to confront and deal with that? I'm going to tell you right now. It's called a full immersion experience. That's where someone flies or drives to me. They get in my convention center that I had built just for them, and I put on a multi-day full immersive experience where all day long I can give them the training, the structure, but most importantly, I actually teach them the mindset of the wealthy. I help them break through their limiting financial beliefs. We break through their fear. We break through their anxiety. We break through their frustration. And my methods aren't exactly what you would call traditional, but they're effective, they're powerful, they work, and they actually end up producing a life-changing experience. So I just want to share two things that can help you. Number one is one of the links that you're going to find below is for actually coming out to one of my next events. And what you're going to do is you're going to get in the room with me for a few days, and I'm going to expose you to an entirely new perception, point of view, belief system, how millionaires think. Your life's never going to be the same again. It will change actions, and we're going to deal with these negative emotions. The other option that you have is you can also click below and get a copy of my free book. My free book is also an additional amazing way for you to really start learning and growing exactly the shortest path to getting into real estate with the least time, least effort, least risk, and really make the most money. So I put both of those on the table for your consideration. So now you know the biggest threat to you as an investor, and you also know what you can do to address that and eradicate it. I'm telling you right now, when people get with me and go through my course, it changes their life, it changes their results, it changes their production. And it's one of those things that you have to experience to really know. So if it's the right next step for you, click the link below, jump on with me. Otherwise, subscribe. I got another hot video coming your way designed to help you achieve your world of financial freedom.